Hi, my name is Brandi here. This is my information. Um, I am coming to you doing a video to show you how to put on Color Street nails. And this is what they look like. They come in little strips. I've already done a couple of my nails, but in different groups as a live. But I wanted to record a video so that I had this to share in the future. So I'm going to show you how to put on. Now, first of all, there's a Color Street prep pad, which I've already cleaned all of my nails. I've pushed back all of my cuticles. I've trimmed and buffed and filed all of my nails so they're really ready to go. They come in a package kind of like this, and when I take the sleeve out, you want to make sure these packages are not meant for reuse. They're a one-time use product, and if you double them and do your toes, you're going to use most of your strips, and you might have a few that you can save for about a week in the package if you seal it really well. But again, as soon as the air hits these nail strips, it starts the curing process. They are 100% nail polish, and so because of that, they start to dry right away. So, let me see, which ones do I do? Okay, so, sorry, I have a couple of different strips down here. I want to make sure I do the right ones for the right fingers. That's another thing. You want to make sure that your fingers are the right fingers. And if they're mixed mani, like with different designs on it, you want to make sure you know how you're going to do your nails. And so I have them on my desk here kind of laid out the way I want them. Um, So, yes, okay. So this is the next one. It's going to be on this ring finger. Now, again, I can kind of start to feel they're already starting to harden. I've had them out for a few minutes, so you want to make sure you do it pretty quickly. They don't take long to do, but they do start the drying process. So the plastic piece that's on the top comes off. That's very important. This is the way I do mine. So I take this and I pull this part and around, and I take the little tab off. Now this tab, again, they're starting to dry already. I'm under the air conditioner, and I think that the air is getting to them. So you want to make sure that you do it fairly quickly. Okay, so again, you're going to put it right on. I'm going to try to do it. So you kind of put it not on this cuticle. Oh, I got it a little bit off center. Hold on one second. The nice thing about this is if you do need to pull it back up, you can, and I just kind of ruined that side. So I'm going to do the other side. Okay, so you take the strip, and the thing about it is it is pretty forgivable, but I was not watching what I was doing just now, and okay, there. So you want to make sure you get it off the cuticle, on your skin, not on your skin, and just on the nail, and you just kind of rub it up. And this, see now this side, I double mine, and so I'm not going to be able to use that side. So I'm going to have to grab another one. Thankfully, we have extras, right? So then you just take your thumbnail and you just, well, this is how I do it. I just go right underneath the nail, like kind of like underneath, you know, like poking the skin part. And I'm just trimming the extra with my thumbnail. So the thumbs I do last. They're my very last thing to do. And because I ruined that one side, I'm going to go into my package and pull out one of the extras and use that one for the other side. And then I'll have half of it left over. That's okay. I'm going to use them for my toes later. So again, I pull it up, I kind of wrap it around. This is just to prevent me touching the back of the other side. It also keeps it on the backing in case I want to save that other side for my toes later. Okay. Let me see, make sure that's round. Okay. All right. Again, they're kind of getting a little dry, and that's why they're acting up. They've been out for just a few minutes. Okay, so again, I'm going to make sure that I cover, see there's a tiny little sliver there. I'm going to make sure that everything gets covered in my second application. Now, you don't have to do two, like if you want the lighter shimmer sparkle, you can totally just do one layer, but For me, my nails are a little on the thin side. I like the protection a second layer gives me. And I also like the look a little bit better of like being a little thicker. It reminds me more like gel. So that's just something for me. So again, I'm just taking my thumbnail and just kind of pushing. Now on this side I got a little bit too much on the cuticle, so I'm going to show you how to take care of that right now. Now with solids, I use a cuticle pusher because you don't want to rip it. And in fact, usually I wait until it's completely dry before I come back with anything because I don't want it to tear. But all you do is you just take your thumbnail and just kind of clip it at, like by pushing down on your skin, where the skin is, and kind of breaking it. And when it's all said and done, you can just pull it off. Let me go this way. Maybe you can see better. Just kind of pull it this way. There you go. You just kind of pull it away. You don't want to rub. A lot of people will try to rub it. You don't want to rub because it will tear. It is nail polish. It is paint. So you just have to kind of be a little gentle with it. It's kind of like, have you ever had like latex paint? I mean, this isn't latex, but this is like regular nail polish. But it's kind of like when it's in the halfway dry mode and you can kind of stretch and play with it. Have you ever played with like from brushes and stuff? Like when you're washing your brushes, it's like halfway. So it's kind of in between. It's not completely dry, but it's not dry. So you can kind of do it. So that's 4 fingers. I'm going to show you one more. So here you go. So again, take the plastic off. Ta-da! Make sure this is a very important part. If you pull the tab off and not the plastic, it's going to be really hard to trim. Okay, so make sure the whole plastic thingy is off. Then the silver part is where the nail polish starts, and then the white part is the backing. You're going to want to pull those apart. Okay, and I pull mine so I roll it this way so that I have the backing kind of sticking up, and I gently pull that tab off. So very gently pull the tab. So, and you want to make sure you get all of make it sure it's round on this side. So you see how it's kind of rounded? That's the end that goes to your cuticle. Okay, so I'm right-handed, so I'm going to do my left hand. Okay, it's hard to do in the camera, with the camera this way. It's really hard. Sorry. Okay, so it goes this way. Let me see if I can get a better picture. I can't see what I'm doing. Okay, so if you just kind of put it down like this, where to kind of check it, like it's not all the way down. You see, it's just kind of in the middle. It's just kind of, I can probably pull it back off if I haven't centered it correctly. That's kind of a good way to do it. And then you just kind of push down on one side, you push down on the other side, and kind of roll it. So make sure there's no air bubbles. Kind of push up all the way to the tip. And then this is what I do. I hold it like this with my finger underneath on the paper side. See the paper? And I kind of use my thumb, and I just kind of gently go right under my nail. And I'm just cutting with my thumbnail. I'm gently pulling, not pulling hard, just kind of to straighten it, not to pull it, but just kind of tugging to make sure it's laying down properly. And then, especially with solids, that's a really important tip. You just kind of gently pull the edges like this, and then push down to make sure you don't tear it in a weird way. And if there's a little extra, like this one has a little bit extra, you just tuck that part under for now. And then later, when it's all dry, you can come back and kind of remove it. Now, I kind of missed, see how it's a little space right there? I kind of missed because there's extra on this side. It wasn't quite even, and that's okay. That's totally fine. And I've done this 100 times, and I can almost do this blindfolded, but I probably wouldn't. But you can, so I just like cleaned it off on the side here. I just kind of push, and pulled it off so that that side is now perfect, but this side is still not. So that's where I double mine because my eyesight's not what it used to be. So you take the other side completely off. You can touch the back, just try not to put any oils. You want to clean the pads of your fingers with the prep pad too. Make sure that there's no oils. So this time I'm going to start on the side that doesn't have the coverage, like that. So see, it's like on this side, and see it's kind of up like that. I'm going to start on that side, I'm going to push that side down, and then I'm going to do the same thing and just kind of roll the rest of it, making sure that there's no air bubbles. Okay, just like that. And then this one, I'm not going to use those extra pieces, so I'm just going to kind of wrap it around my finger, just like this. Kind of hard to do that. Maybe I should push it down a little bit. The camera. There we go. I can rest my arm around the thing. So you just kind of push, push, push. And then you take your thumbnail, and again, you're going over, like underneath. I'm not like right on my nail. I'm kind of rolling it underneath my nail, like this, and I'm pushing under. So I'm kind of trying to roll it around the tip of my finger, if that makes sense. Because they do shrink back a little bit as they dry. So sometimes people will do their nails and then they'll see the edges. So you can just take a nail file to your nail. But if you don't want to, if you already have short nails, roll it around. And usually doing a double layer like this also helps with that, because you have two coats. And if one of them shrinks back, like the top one, if the top one shrinks back, then you have another one underneath it that kind of covers the edge. So just like that. So you kind of roll it. You can kind of see it's on the tip of my nail so far. Okay? All right. Where am I at? This one. Okay, I'll do the other side. Pretty. I kind of wish there was a little more pink to this. I mean, the gray looks a little strange for me. I like more pink, but I do love the pink on this. I wish they just made the whole thing pink with a little bit of the gray, maybe. I don't know. Everybody has different styles. I just really love the pink on this. So there's lots of things to choose from. If you are new to Color Street, you've never seen it before, if this isn't a party, definitely check in with your hostess or the rep that has brought you, has shared this video with you. If you are, I'm going to put my link to my VIP group and my web page on this video, in the video title. So if you are looking for a Color Street rep, you can just order from me. Okay, so this is the hard part because I can't see. Let me let me go this way. All right, so can you see? All right, so I'm gonna go try to measure it kind of in the middle. And make sure it's not on your cuticle. So I kind of don't put it down all the way when I'm kind of measuring, making sure that it's not on my cuticle. Okay, that's better. And then once I figured out that I like the placement, then I'll push the rest down. It's harder to get up in a solid piece. I tend to rip mine, especially this set seems to have ripped a little bit when I tried to pick it up when I pushed it down too much. Now right here, just so you know, you see how that little wrinkle? In the solids, it tends to do that a lot. In the glitters, like this is a glitter, it doesn't, like I just pushed it and it was gone. If you have that, one, it could be the temperature, or two, it could be like if your hands are cold, if the nail strips are cold. Right now it's a summer day, it's pretty warm. I have the air conditioner going, but it's pretty mild. And it could be slightly dry. So there's a couple different reasons why it could buckle like that. So all you do is kind of just tug a little bit and push down. And if they're really buckling, I suggest a rubber tip cuticle pusher. And just warm up your hands because it will lay down within, it takes about 15-20 minutes to cure. So if you're finding that it's buckling, you have to deal with it in that time period, otherwise it'll be dry that way. So this is a rubber tip cuticle pusher, and you just kind of gently push down on the sides like this with the cuticle pusher. I'm not sure if I'm liking the dark on the ends, but we'll see. If and the nice thing about Color Street is, like, see how it's kind of dark here? If I didn't care for that, or if I wanted something different, I could put one of the other glitters on top of it, like a sheer glitter or design clear. We have a bunch of clear ones. So again, I'm going to double it. So there's a little space on this side, so I'm going to make sure that side goes down first, making sure that I cover that completely. And then, again, so this side's covered completely, and then I just kind of very gently make sure there's no bubbles as I push it down. just like that. That is all you do. So you can see it's pretty fast, pretty easy to do. And they're dry. So like if I needed to go cook dinner, I could go and cook dinner right now. What I like about these is they really hold my nails together. So like I break my nails all the time. But like right now I have a tiny little, I don't know, kind of, this nail's gotten really long and it's starting to get a little weak on the sides. And I filed it and did everything to it, but I can still feel that it's slightly weak there. It'll probably break. But with the Color Street, it'll help reinforce it. So I also use a little bit of nail strengthener too. Okay, this one. So you see how this one is a little bit differently tapered. My nails, that one's a bad one because I trimmed it too much, but my nails have a funny shape to them here. So this one works out perfectly for me. So again, the plastic comes off. This is the nail polish. You pull this very gently. Very, very gently. You don't want to rip it, okay? Make sure it all comes off so that it's nice and round at the end. And then you're going to put it on your cuticle, like I'm sorry, on your nail bed, not on your cuticle. So you're going to try to fit it and make sure that it's in the middle. Hold on a second. Sometimes I kind of lay it down just to kind of get a sense of it and see where it's at, making sure that it's in the right spot. And then I will just kind of rub it down, just kind of rub the rest down, just like that. And I don't know, compared to my plain nails, don't you think these look super pretty comparatively? It's just fun. It's fun. It makes me happy. You know, especially right now with everything going on. I mean, we can't wear very much makeup. We probably do a little bit of eye makeup, our masks, you know, are over our face. So our fingers are what we can look at and make ourselves feel somewhat normal. Like, you know, just, you know, make you feel like normal day, you know, with your pretty fingers. I don't know. It makes me happy to look down and have pretty nails. So again, I'm doubling it, so it's actually a pretty color by itself. You can see, um, but I kind of like it doubled. So I like the feeling of the polish on my hands or on my nails with it doubled. That's why I double mine. It makes it feel thicker, like if it was gel. So each nail polish strip is a base coat, top coat, and the polish. So it's 3 layers already. So when I'm doubling it, it's actually 6 layers. So it's kind of nice it feels kind of thicker, makes it feel sturdier, I guess you could call it. And so you just kind of push down on your fingernail or on your finger at the tip of my finger, and I'm just kind of pulling the excess away. I don't want to get too close to my nail because I want to wrap it. And you can, if you have a little piece here or there, that, you know, don't go right away and pick at it. Wait till it dries, because you'll have better results and you'll feel better about it. I know I'm a picker, so like those kind of things like bug me and have to do it right now. But I've learned that I can just do all my nails except for my thumbs and then come back and kind of fix things with my thumbnails before I do my thumbs. Again, you don't want to wait too long though, because the nails that are for my thumbs are drying as we speak. So again, a lot of people try to save these. It's not, for me, it's not worth it. I have some that I've saved because I've only used a couple of them. You know, I tried to reseal the package. I always feel like they're drier when they come out of the package the second time around. Some people have had somewhat success, and if you can get a second go around out of them, you know, that's awesome. But it's not meant for that. So if you do get one and they only last a week, the second go around, then, you know, count it as a bonus, because that's really what it is. It's not these, just because you have extras, those are just because everybody has different size nails. And it could be, you could be using one whole one, like your nails are long, you could be using one whole one for each nail, and then you wouldn't have any extras. Like, I'm not going to have very many extras because I'm doubling them. So again, on your finger, I'm going to go ahead and lay it down. I'm going to eyeball it, make sure it's kind of in the middle. I'm going to go up. This is how I do it. I go up, and then I go to the side, and then I go to the other side, and making sure there's no bubbles, and just kind of rub it. And then I take my thumbnail, and I'll go right under, see, right under the nail, and just kind of trim it. So if you pull too hard, it might tear. So I'm not pulling, I'm holding. I'm holding it to make it for stability, and I'm just kind of taking my thumbnail and pressing down kind of hard onto the nail, to the nail polish strip, so you can see it kind of pulls. If I gently pull it, it kind of pulls away. So I perforated it. It's a hard word. Perforated. I cut little tiny holes in it to make sure that it comes off pretty easily. Okay, and then that way this other piece is saved on the back of this. In case I didn't need it, I could stick it back in my savings for a couple of days. Now, I do save a few extras just in case I have a major catastrophe. One night I was sleeping and I woke up and one of my nails was gone. And I think I had a dream that I was taking my nail polish off. And, and one of them was gone. So I was really glad that I saved one. I saved a few extras, and I did a good job sealing it. People try to use different things, but that was like a day or two after, and so I think they can, they do last a couple days if you reseal, make sure all the air is out. But again, the second go round is never as good as the first go round. So fresh packs. Fresh packs are always, and a lot of people, oh, I save them, and so I have extra. But then, like, why? It's like $11, for the solids, and $12 for the glitters. And I mean, I go to the salon, and it costs me $40. So, and those don't last 2 weeks, and I don't get a second go round. And if I'm willing to pay that, then I think I can do $11 or $12. I do glitter, so it's more like $12. Anyway, that's it. So all I have left is my thumbs. I do actually, since I doubled them and my thumbnails, look how long my thumbnails are. I'm actually going to use this. I'm going to use both of these. I'm going to use this one as the under and then this one as the over since it's wider. So you just have to know which size fits your nail. So these are both thumbnails or a big toe. I'm going to use them for both thumbnails. And so then on my toes, I'm going to have to use these guys, and on my big toe, I'll just use whatever scraps I have. Okay? All right. Well, thank you for watching. Thank you for tuning in. And I hope you got some answers. And I was going a little bit slow. It was a lot faster if you're doing it yourself. I was going a little slow. So it usually takes like 5 minutes or so. 10-15 minutes is usually about what I can do my whole sets in. But if you have any questions, let me know. Thanks. Bye-bye.